What's going on, people? This is Graphic Alex, and welcome to the mail call for March. I think that's one full year of mail call. What did I learn from it? That I spend never too much, never too much, never too. There are some months when some companies decide to put out a lot of pre-orders and releases, and at the most, I think towards the end of the year is when a lot of those get fulfilled. So I'm gonna say that's where I'm reining in a lot of my expenditures. But we'll get to that at another time, because today we are unboxing just a few of my favorite things for March, and it's not that much because I slimmed it down once again. So let's get to the first thing. All right, first piece on this list that I got in the middle of March is an Optimus Prime. What a surprise, right? Just full of surprises. It's not going to be another Optimus Prime in this collection, right? So this one, to be specific, is a figure that I wasn't even sure. Maybe there's a Wii, but I wasn't really sure it was going to come out. But I preemptively sold off my Studio Series Bumblebee Optimus, awaiting this one to come out. And then nothing happened. Went radio silent for like 3-4 months after me getting rid of it, maybe more. But with the anticipation, I saw this on TFW, hoping that it was going to show, didn't show. And now we have in our possession the Lucky Cat SSR 01 Bumblebee Movie Optimus. That's at least what Shows You said on their website. This is the Optimus that everybody who collects mainline needs. If you are familiar with Lucky Cat, they have done Legend Scale. They have done Masterpiece Scale. That movie came out in 2018, and we had, the concept art looking one. We've had some third or fourth parties make some versions that they thought looked like it, and this is what we needed. We needed a proper molded version. The box, it looks a little okay. I kind of like the box a little bit. So it's definitely going to go in the trash as soon as I'm done with this. Interesting mold or picture that they put on the front, because I'm not even sure if it's actually the figure inside. Moving on to that, we have a figure with 2 pieces of foam protecting it through shipping. It's leaned over, whatever. We got our Optimus in hand. It looks exactly like I wanted it to. I don't think there'll be another mainline Optimus I need from this. I had that one from last year that I did a mail call on, I believe so. But this is the one that's going to go on the proper shelf. Amazing molds and detail that looks like it stepped literally out the movie. I will say that the articulation is slightly hindered unless you mess around with it a bit more, because when I just did this first impressions, I didn't know that there was a bit more range in the shoulders, and also the range in the butterflies kind of help out a little bit with where you're placing the elbow and the shoulder up a bit more. Knees don't have a double joint, I don't think so I also have to take a look at that, but they didn't have one specific. Has a toe joint, which is great to see, and holds the weapon exceptionally well. I also like the detailing that they put into the back. When you do a crunch with the abs, it fills in on the back side, or on his spinal portion. So that looks amazing. Yeah, when you put the legs up, you get like decent range. But remember, this is Optimus. This is not Spider-Man. This is not Iron Man. This is just a robot punching and kicking its way through other robots for the first 3 minutes of the movie. Great posing though. And for when I finally get the display up, this is one of the few poses I have it in. He comes with a Matrix of Leadership, which Optimus does not. They all do. And this one's a little bit more unique because it's sculpted and made specifically just for this movie that we never saw it. So yeah, I really like the range in the waist section, so you can get into those bended knees poses. And I'm really happy with this figure. This was a nice little surprise in the beginning of the year. We actually got what we wanted, and they delivered. And shouts to you, Lucky Cat. You will get more of my money if you drop the Bumblebee.
Great job.
Now, follow me down the third-party route. You do have to be patient when you're waiting for your licensed distributor, the actual manufacturer of these figures, to be making a version of a character that will be coming out sooner or later, right? We don't know, but we ask and wait for Tamashii. But in the meantime, you can get you a third-party head sculpt, and that's the route I went. We have the more posability Dragon Ball Goku head sculpt, and we have the recustom Dragon Ball GT Goku head sculpts. In their own rights, did exactly what they were assigned to do. Dragon Ball, the version that made by More Posability did 2 additional heads and 2 extra head sculpts. Each have their own expressions, different way of putting or attaching the head sculpts to the figure. I wanted to go through the whole process, but then when I took off the head, felt a little tight on the Tamashi's store exclusive Goku, and I just changed my mind. But I'll show you exactly what it looks like here. You know, it looks similar to how they need to be inserted. So when I have a bit more time, I'll figure that out. But the detail in the figure, in the head sculpts themselves, are really good. The next Dragon Ball Goku release we have is that one that comes with the Shenron, the dragon. Have no idea how that's coming out in the US, and people will be importing those from their import site, so can't wait to see those in person. And then moving on to the recustoms, I picked the pearlescent, the translucent looking one, over the solid one. I was going back and forth, but I really liked how this one looked. I don't have too many Super Saiyan hair sculpts that have that translucent look anymore. I sold off the Majin Vegeta, and yeah, this one, there's not gonna be that much Dragon Ball GT Super Saiyan figures, but at current moment Goku was one of the few. Hopefully Trunks gets one made for him, but I really like how this one looks because it just adds that extra detail to it that's missing on a good amount of other Dragon Ball Super Saiyan figures. It fits on super easy. You actually get, I think it's a Super Saiyan 1 and Super Saiyan 2 bang sculpts for it, and just having this when you have lighting exposed or shining on it makes it pop so much more. So when I have this, let's see, probably fighting against Super 17, spoiler alert, that should be coming soon, that's gonna be super dope because it just adds the extra flair to that scene. And I believe, you know, you get just one more extra head sculpt or face sculpt for GT Goku. No, I don't think so. Nope, I lied. I'm sorry. Did you? I can't remember what comes in this box anymore, and I'm looking at the footage right here. So maybe I'll just take this out. You don't have to know. But I'm all in with the third-party head sculpts. I have maybe about 6 to 7, just so I don't have to, you know, buy a whole figure. I can just swap out the face plates and be done. And, you know, let's see what Tamashi does in the future, as always. So that's it for the month of March. 1 full year of doing these videos, these mail calls. What have I learned? That discretionary income should be discretioned a little bit more. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you got any of these items. Let me know if I have good taste in figures. I want to make sure that I am keeping up to my promises and making sure the other videos that I had scheduled are coming up soon. So hopefully in the next week or 2, those are edited and put out for your viewing pleasure. If there's anything else, hit me up in the comments as well. Let me know what you're picking up, and let's just keep collecting. Enjoy it. Keep having fun. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Great job.